Welcome to Great Episodes in Gibbs History, presented by Gibbs Farm, a program of Ramsey County Historical Society. My name is Sammy, and today I'll be talking about the time Abbie Gibbs was robbed at gunpoint. Abbie also helped to catch the criminal. Nobody messes with Abbie and gets away with it. Abbie was the second eldest Gibbs daughter, and in 1905 she was living at the farm with her widowed mother, Jane. According to a later article by Abbie's niece, Alice Gibbs Nelson, on Wednesday, January 4th, Abbie was walking through a pasture just north of Como Avenue, a common route when folks wanted to go to town via the streetcar. Around 4:30 in the evening, all of a sudden, a man bounded up to her and demanded her purse and her watch. According to the St. Paul Daily Globe's account published the day after, Abbie reported that she resisted him at first. Then he fired a shot over her head to frighten her. She handed over the watch and money she was carrying, and he knocked her to the ground. The assailant turned and fled toward the railroad tracks. Most people would go off in search of help or stay put, but what Abbie did was unexpected. She got up off the ground and followed him. We do not recommend. As she followed the thief, she ran into a group of surveyors who had been nearby and had come across a different young woman unconscious in the street. They too were on the hunt for this villain. She told them what happened, explained that she was following him, again, not recommended, and pointed out the direction he was heading. The men chased him down and tied him with ropes. It turned out that this man was 18-year-old Charles M. Banks, and he was suspected of attacking and robbing people since Christmas. An angry crowd had gathered at this point, and the only thing that saved Banks from the townsfolk was the timely arrival of the streetcar to escort him to the police station. But Abbie's role was not over yet. Nope. Abbie identified the restrained man as the one who'd assaulted her. She then demanded to know what he'd done with her purse. He said he'd tossed it away, but the surveyors had found the watch and money and returned them to Abbie. Abbie was confined to bed, the Minneapolis Tribune reported the next day. She was missing 2 teeth and was badly bruised from the encounter. It was only the morning after when Abbie realized how close she had come to an even worse fate. Upon examining a glove she'd been carrying during the ordeal, she found a bullet hole that had gone straight through. Banks was charged with grand larceny and held without bail. On January 20th, Charles M. Banks was sentenced by Judge Kelly to 12 years in state prison. After hearing the news, Abbie's younger sister Lily sent a postcard saying, "I wish that fellow would be shut up for the rest of his life." Apparently, Abbie did not share this sentiment because in Lily's next letter on January 29th, she said, "Don't waste sympathy on the poor boy in jail. He will be warm and well fed." Fortunately, this terrifying event was not an indication of the rest of Abbie's 1905. In fact, before the end of the summer, she would be happily wed to a sweet Swiss man. But that is an episode for another day. Thank you so much for joining me today. Be sure to take a second to like and subscribe so that you won't miss future installments of Great Episodes in Gibbs History.